Scott Lighthouse. Lana Scott Lighthouse. I don't know when my video starts. It says one thing and then it clicks. So I was getting ready to do this little video, and I just uploaded a short, and I was talking about the age of Aquarius. And I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden I get one of those things that Sam from Santero says, you know, when are your thoughts not your own? And I heard lead people to the light. And I'm like, I'm trying. I always feel like my angels are off to the left. So if I look off to the left and I talk, it's because I'm talking to them. And that's just how I do it. Maybe you go into meditation and then talk to them, whatever. I talk to them as if they're in the room. And they're listening no matter what. But I'm not sure about their mind reading capabilities. So I talk to them. And sometimes when I talk things out, it helps me to figure out where I am and where I'm going. And so as I'm getting ready to prepare this video, I hear them say, lead them to the light. So what I have been picking up on the different things that I've been looking into is that we are on like the beginning pre-stages of the age of Aquarius. And it physically actually doesn't start probably till after I'm gone off this earth, another 30 years. But just like everything is energy, so is coming into another age. Like we're leaving the Piscean age and we're going into the age of Aquarius. And the age of Aquarius, like I said in my little short video, has to do with expanding your consciousness and more of human rights and humanity, which I think is the 11th house on a birth chart. And that is where my Cancer is. Cancer is very heart-based, and it's leading from your heart. And when I studied to see what, and it has to do with your North Node. My North Node is Cancer in Cancer, and it has to do with humanitarian efforts. So that's actually what I first started talking about on my channel and wanting to discuss those kind of things. But I had to get a lot of personal things out and just out there, and that's what I've been focusing on. So now I'm going to try to focus more on what I really wanted my channel to be about to begin with. So, and that's going to require some studying on my part because, folks, I'm just like you. I'm learning new things all the time. I'm reading new things all the time, and that I would say would be the first thing for you to do. If you feel like you're having more paranormal experiences, if you feel like you're having more sharp intuition or heart-based things that you're stopping and thinking about that you haven't really thought about, and that's what a lot of things have to do with, is we haven't thought about some things, or we haven't tried to make sense of some experiences. And some people have strange experiences and they just let them go. They say, well, I just don't want to worry about it. Well, folks, right now there are people that are helpers that are going to be the ones that will, like, if you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s, you're going to be here during the age of Aquarius. And whereas people are becoming more me-orientated, you cannot be more me-orientated, because there's going to come a time, and I just feel this on my instincts, there's going to come a time when our government, any government, is not going to work anymore for any reason whatsoever. And when people start getting outed, and this is just on a personal feeling thing, when people start getting out and exposed for what they really are, and there's no more lies to cover things up, and the age of Aquarius has a lot to do with that. People are going to sit back and go, oh shit, I'm not prepared. So if you're having paranormal experiences, if you're having what you think is your higher self is talking to you more, if your angels are talking to you more, your passed on loved ones, if you're having more experiences with your passed on loved ones, like you're just knowing that they're there. And there are some of us that pick that up because everyone has psychic abilities, but this is where you need to listen to figure out where you fit into the puzzle, because either you're going to be someone who's trying to help other people get there, or you're going to be some of those people that it's things that the helpers are talking about that are going to make sense, and something's going to strike you one day, and you're going to go, that's what I need to focus on, and you're going to know. That inner knowing is what's going to help you figure out if you're going to be a leader or if you're going to be one of the doers. I feel like in some ways I'm one of the, I don't want to say leaders because I don't feel like I'm leading anything, but at the same time, I feel like I'm just trying to make people more aware of some things. And I do sometimes, some of my videos do come out saying, when I speak out about things that I just get really PO'd about. Okay, and we're not going to go into those. Y'all have seen enough of my videos, you know. So what I now want to focus on is, as we're going forward, how I can help you. So that's what I'm going to be focusing more on. So people, if you're having more of these kind of experiences, figure out where you think you're going to be in the puzzle in the future. Because at some point in time, here in America, we're going to be more like those third world countries. Because not everybody's going to have y'all noticed that there's way more poor people than there used to be? You're not going to be able to be just, out there doing your own thing. Because there may not be a thing out there to do. Except to help other people. To come together and help other people. To come together and know that this is right, this is wrong, and what you stand for and what you don't stand for. Because some of our structures that we've been in for a really long time are not meant to stand the time. Everything changes. Even the way America's being run today has been changing. Has anyone else noticed that? I'm pretty sure you have. There's way more homeless people. There's way more people that are not surviving. There's way more children out there that are starving. And how do you, if you're in your 20s and 30s, how do you want your future to look? Do you want to become one of them? Do you want to be a leader who's able to help other people? How do you want your future to look? It's your future. And I guarantee you, in the future, you're going to be more pissed off about all these people that let tankers dump shit in the oceans where the ocean's drying up. People, we come from the ocean. Think about it. I know there's all religion and all that. And I know you have to believe in something bigger and more powerful than you. But just look at how man has progressed. Darwin. We're not even going to go there. But I'm just saying, the structures that you know today are not going to exist 30 years from now. Just from my childhood, things have drastically changed. Just in my lifetime. Think about it. Go back and look at videos from back in the day and how people used to live and how they live today. Technology's, now I can't even, people, I am not a technological person, but I'm just telling you, the world is going to change so much. If you're in your 20s now, when you get in your 40s, you're not going to recognize it. I don't recognize it. Every day is a new day and a new day trying to figure out how things are going. And it's going so fast, and I'm so technical minded that I'm just like, I just can't worry about technology. Everything is changing so much so fast. It's up to you younger people to figure out how you want your future to look. And so many more people are not wanting to have kids anymore. And that's fine. But if you do, when you get that first grandbaby and you look at the world around you, do you want to say, it's a better world today because I did something? Or it's a worse world and, gee, I just can't do nothing about it? Because it's in y'all's hands now. Us older folk, we're not going to be here. How do you want your future to look, people? You need to really think about that. And it can't just be all just me. Because there's not going to be a me. Inner structures are going to change. People's consciousness are expanding. Life is not going to be how it is now. 5 years from now, I promise you, it's not going to look like it does right now. And just the natural progression of things, you can see that it's not. And some of you are going to go, yeah, we know that. Okay, yeah, you know that. How do you want it to look when you get older? Do you want to worry about everything? Do you want to actually help people and change things? Do you want to be a mover and shaker? Or do you want to sit back on your laurels and go, let someone else figure it out, I'll just wait? And then when you get to that point, gee, I should have done something. Something to think about. How do you want your future to look? Because it's not going to be the same as it is right now. I can attest to that. So can every other person in my age group. People that are older than me, when they talk about the depression and this, that, all these things, and a lot of those people are dying off now. Matter of fact, I don't think there was, I think, one World War I vet still left alive, and he's probably gone. I'm pretty sure he's gone now. All those people that can talk about how bad it was and how they watched everything change, they're all gone now. All we have is books, movies that are depicting things from the past. But knowing what went wrong in the past is what can help guide you for the future. How do you want it to look? You really need to think about it. I, for one, worry about my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren that aren't even here yet. What kind of world are they going to be living in? And they're the two generations from you teenagers, 20-year-olds, and 30 years olds. And if you even have one kid that survives, barring, disease, car accident, all the things that can happen to us as human beings, how do you want their future to look? Do you really care? Just trying to give y'all something to think about. This is Lana Scott Lighthouse. If this video gave you something to think about and you liked it, like, subscribe, and share. I really feel this a turn coming, a change coming, and from everything else I'm hearing, I'm not the only one. And a lot of things I think about, because I do like tarot card readers, because I do see the value in that. And folks, sometimes I think about things and it pops up within a couple of days in a tarot reading, and I'm like, well, I'm on the right path anyway. I've got the right thoughts coming into my head. I'm seeing the things that I'm supposed to be seeing. Now my angels are telling me, light the way. So folks, this is something to think about. How do you want your future to look?